Also, I think RTI was a huge success on our campus. We only have 15 kids this year in Tier 2 and Tier 3. We have, I think, a total of 12 kids in Tier 2 intervention, and all of those are first graders, which is great because you want the younger kids to be in the RTI and not the older kids, because that means we can catch them up faster. Also, I think one of the things that was successful is that we started tracking our Exceeds kids and really sitting down, me personally sitting down with them and developing a goal to help them to ensure that they were Exceeds on the AIM. So we wanted to maintain that status, and so I tracked them on my boards, and that translates into what we're going to be doing this year. Everything is going to be focused and really honed in on 3 big things that we'll do this year to continue our success, which is developing grade level SMART goals, as we always do. Teachers will be responsible and classes will be responsible for developing class big goals, having those posted, and we're going to be actually going down to the very student level. So every student on my campus will have a SMART goal in reading and math, and they'll be tracking their progress. And the parameters for that is that their goal has to be visible, they have to track their progress, and there has to be some sort of reflection on the progress. So that's a piece that we're moving down to the student level. Also, looking at an area of need was math. So we're going to be, we are implementing Common Core K6 at our school, which is different from, it's a little bit faster than the pace that we're moving at as a district. That's going well, and we're kind of piloting that for the rest of the district. We're using the mathematical practices, which is the how we teach the math, and then implementing the balanced math framework, which is the framework for implementation of the what and the how. And then the third piece is looking at how we recognize students for both their academic achievement and their citizenship, because that was a need for us. We feel like our kids have really started to take ownership of their own learning and their progress, and we need to recognize them for that, along with our teachers. So those are the 3 big initiatives that we'll have going at Squaw Peak to hopefully continue our success, that we've got the ball rolling, and we want to see our kids continue to achieve.
Mapago has had great success last year academically. Very proud of our students and staff and the families that bring those kids to us. We made AYP in all of our areas except for 4th grade math. And we learned a lot this summer about a balanced math program and what that can look like. So one of our big initiatives this year is to implement balanced math across our school with an emphasis on math fluency. So we're building fluency in 10 to 15 minute periods per day to increase that fluency. And so we're working also very closely with our WestEd LAPDS coach, who is a balanced math expert. So she's going to give us some insight on that and give us some direction so that we can further fine-tune that goal and make it an action plan. One of the big things that we found in math that sort of led to this goal besides was that the teachers lack a conceptual understanding of math in some areas. So where they might understand how to solve a problem, they might understand the math to a degree. They're not always very solid on how to teach it. So what we're trying to do through this balanced math program and through working with our LAPDS coach is build the conceptual understanding for math for the teachers so that they feel strong about the topic and they feel strong about their ability to teach it. We want to, as part of our effort to build sustainability at our school, in our district, we want the teachers to start establishing targeted goals, numerical goals for the initial teach, so that when they give the test at the end of the teaching period, they can see how well they did against that target and they can make adjustments there. And then again for the reteach and enrich, so providing targeted numerical goals for how the students should do is another part of how we'll build our math program at Papago. We want to build stronger primary success in fundamentals, K through 3, and we've emphasized that a lot in the last 3 to 4 years through our teachers, through their abilities, but where we've fallen short, I think, is the home connection. So we're having the academic parent-teacher teams for all classrooms K through 3 this year. And we think that when we bring that information to the parents in that organized way, and and make them a part of this whole learning process, we'll see big results. So academic parent-teacher teams for all of K through 3. Some of the other sites mentioned this, and we're no exception. We want to target students by name for the exceeds category. Students who are already exceeding, who are on the cusp of exceeding, we want to make sure that they feel solid in the exceeds category. We want students who are going far above that minimum line. We want them into the exceeds category, and we want to increase the percentage of students who are doing that. So it's fairly simple, not easy, but that's our emphasis at Papago for this year.
I could just say ditto, or that I want to work with transportation to get the students out of these schools over here and get them over to Monte Vista by test time. But anyway, we had a really good year at Monte Vista. We made AYP at all grade levels, and that was, I'm so proud of our teachers because they worked their tails off of that. And I think that's the key for our continued success, is to target what, like these people have been saying, and we're going to try and keep it simple. SMART goals, numerical value, but also aligning the activities that are with those SMART goals. That's my emphasis. The numbers are great, but it's what are you going to do to get the number to go up? So it's the activity that goes with the SMART goal that I think will make a difference. And then in our reading, Monte Vista school-wide average was about 78% proficiency. That's getting up there to where you can only bring so much water out of the dish towel here. So we're going to try something a little different, putting some focus on functional writing. And we're going to do that. What that basically means is we are going to write what we are thinking, what we are doing, the steps that are along the way. And if you are familiar with the sites, we talk about think, pair, share in classrooms. Well, we're going to be focusing on ink, pair, share, and then think, pair, share, ink. And so some very specific tasks. They aren't that complicated, and we believe we could do that. So, and then with our reading scores being, we want to target kids, and in math, we want to target conceptual understanding and the teacher's role in teaching the math. So it's a little different, as other grade levels said. But we're looking forward to another year where Monte Vista teachers will get the job done.
The areas. We just want to say with Formula for Success, we feel we have a formula for success by communicating our vision of our action plans, providing incentives, skills, resources to our teachers in order to avoid the treadmill effect. Each one of us needs to take ownership. The research actually says now we should be looking, every person has to find out, what do I bring to the table? How do I increase the effectiveness of my program? And so this actually came out of the comics. It said, if it is to be, it is up to me. So it's these just these two-letter words that actually bring our commitment to our students to increase our scores for all our students. So that concludes our study session. Are there any additional questions or comments?
I'd like to thank each one of you for all the hard work you've done, and not only the principals, but the teachers, assistant principals, and all that. To prepare all this, including Dr. Spiller, was not an easy task, I'm sure. Any other questions? I'd like to adjourn the study session. According to my computer,